In today's world, we have instant access to all kinds of information about celebrities, but there are still some surprising truths about your favorite stars that may fly under the radar, like their racial heritage. You might be amazed to learn how many iconic figures you thought were one race are actually of mixed heritage or something entirely unexpected. Let's talk about a few multiracial celebrities you might not have realized. Starting with Clark Gable, a Hollywood legend whose career spanned over 3 decades and included more than 60 leading roles across various genres. Known as the King of Hollywood, Gable's irresistible charm and good looks captivated audiences everywhere. But Gable wasn't just a star on the big screen. He was a larger-than-life figure in real life, too. His confidence and magnetic personality made him a favorite among women, regardless of age or social standing. If Clark Gable wanted to win someone over, he usually did. Over his lifetime, he was married 5 times and had his fair share of high-profile romances, some of which stirred quite the scandal. Gable's allure didn't stop there. His bold, charismatic nature left an undeniable mark on Hollywood. One of the traits that made him so beloved by his peers was his open-mindedness. He treated everyone with respect, no matter their background or the color of their skin. One of the most heartwarming examples of this was his friendship with Hattie McDaniel, a black actress and co-star. At a time when discrimination was rampant, Gable stood by McDaniel and made sure she was treated with dignity. Their bond became legendary, with Gable refusing to tolerate the prejudice directed at her. Interestingly, Gable also faced his own share of challenges. Rumors swirled in Hollywood that certain directors avoided casting him because of his head shape, comparing it to that of an ape. These whispers grew louder after his unwavering public support for McDaniel, but Gable never let the criticism faze him. Clark Gable wasn't just a Hollywood heartthrob. He was a trailblazer with a strong sense of integrity, proving that true greatness goes beyond the screen. And while rumors often stay just that, rumors, there was truth behind the whispers about Clark Gable's ancestry. He was indeed biracial, with Black and Native American roots, though Hollywood studios at the time worked hard to keep that under wraps. Unlike the studios, Gable didn't shy away from his heritage. He was proud of his Black and Native American lineage and became an outspoken advocate for equality and integration. His values were evident throughout his career. One notable moment came when Hattie McDaniel, his co-star and the first African-American to win an Academy Award, was barred from attending the premiere of their movie in Atlanta. Gable threatened to boycott the event in protest. Time and again he stood against segregation, even halting production until all cast members were treated equally. Clark Gable was truly ahead of his time, judging people by their character, not the color of their skin. His bond with McDaniel lasted a lifetime, cementing his legacy as both a Hollywood icon and a champion for justice. Now let's move on to another trailblazing star, Carol Channing. Carol was a dazzling actress, comedian, singer, and dancer who left an indelible mark on Broadway, film, and television. With a career that spanned decades, she earned countless accolades, including a place in the American Theatre Hall of Fame. For her era, Channing was a superstar, often compared to today's Beyoncé for her undeniable charisma and star power. But Carol's heritage was a topic of much speculation. For most of her life, she was believed to be white, a misconception she didn't publicly correct until she was 80 years old. At that point, she revealed her father was biracial and her grandmother was African American. Due to the harsh realities of racial discrimination during her youth, Carol's family made difficult choices. Her father, George, adopted a new surname and passed as white to provide better opportunities for his family. Her grandmother, Clara, who was too dark-skinned to pass, even separated from her children to give them a chance at a better life. Carol herself only learned of her Black ancestry when she was 16, just before heading to college. Her mother revealed the truth, warning her in case she ever gave birth to a dark-skinned child. Despite this revelation, Carol kept her heritage private for decades. It wasn't until 2002 that she embraced and publicly shared her identity, reflecting a long journey of self-acceptance. Finally, let's talk about Wentworth Miller, an actor whose mixed heritage shocked many fans when it came to light. Like Gable and Channing, His story adds another layer to Hollywood's complex history with race and identity. Are you surprised? Yes. The incredibly talented Prison Break star with those captivating blue eyes, Wentworth Miller, is of African-American descent. Born in England, Miller comes from a richly diverse background. His father, Wentworth Earl Miller II, is of African, Jamaican, and English descent, while his mother is white and English. Miller's mixed heritage often goes unnoticed, but his layered background is as dynamic as his talent on screen. His ability to bring depth to his roles reflects his own intricate story, making him a true standout in Hollywood. Next on our list is Peter Louis Kingston Wentz III, better known as Pete Wentz, the bassist and lyricist of the rock band Fall Out Boy. While many fans of rock, pop, and punk might assume Pete is white, he's actually 50% Afro-Jamaican on his mother's side. This detail became widely known when a family photo of his mom, showcasing their multiracial heritage, surfaced online in 2020. Wentz's diverse ancestry also includes English and German roots on his father's side. If you look at older photos of Pete, you'll notice his lush, curly, afro-textured hair, an unmistakable nod to his mixed heritage. He has embraced his background, and Fall Out Boy even donated $100,000 to Black Lives Matter, further cementing Wentz's pride in his roots. Now let's talk about Rashida Jones. You probably know her as Karen from The Office, or Ann Perkins from Parks and Recreation. But did you know she's African American? Rashida is the daughter of Quincy Jones, the legendary music producer, and Peggy Lipton, the iconic actress. Her father, Quincy, has Takara roots from Cameroon, while her mother, Peggy, is Ashkenazi Jewish. Rashida grew up immersed in both Black and Jewish cultures, but she connected more with her Jewish side as her mom was her primary caregiver. She even attended Hebrew school as a child, though she never had a bat mitzvah. As an adult, Rashida openly embraces both parts of her heritage. She practices Judaism while identifying strongly as a Black woman. She's also spoken candidly about her parents' interracial marriage and the challenges they faced in a time when mixed-race unions were rare in America. Rashida's story is a powerful reminder of the beauty in embracing all aspects of one's identity. Rashida Jones's unique heritage, blending her mother's Jewish roots and her father's African-American ancestry, gave her a profound perspective on identity. When asked about her multiracial background, she candidly said, "I've gone through periods where I only felt Black or Jewish, but now I have a good balance. I do identify with being Black. If people don't see it that way, that's their issue." Her words reflect a strong sense of self and pride in her heritage. Moving on, let's talk about Troian Bellisario, who stole the spotlight as Spencer Hastings in Pretty Little Liars. Her Italian surname hints at her roots, but many don't realize she's also of multiracial descent. Troian's mother, Deborah Pratt, is African American, while her father, Donald Bellisario, has Italian and Serbian heritage. Despite her appearance that often passes as white, Troian embraces her diverse background, which includes Black, French, English, and Serbian roots. Next up is Naomi Osaka, a name synonymous with modern tennis greatness. As the first Japanese player to win a major singles title and a 4-time Grand Slam champion, Osaka's achievements are groundbreaking. Born in Japan to a Haitian-American father and a Japanese mother, Naomi was raised in a bicultural household that honored both her Japanese and Haitian heritage. Osaka has become a trailblazer not only in sports, but also in activism. In 2020, she withdrew from the Western and Southern Open in response to the shooting of Jacob Blake, declaring, "Before I was an athlete, I was a Black woman." Her bold stance inspired others, prompting the tournament to pause all matches in solidarity. During the US Open that same year, Osaka wore a series of masks, each featuring the name of a victim of police brutality, further amplifying her message. Through her unwavering commitment to justice, Naomi Osaka is much more than an athlete. She's a role model, a courageous activist, and a powerful voice for change, all while excelling on the court. These stories remind us of the remarkable ways these individuals have embraced their heritage while breaking barriers. Halsey, the talented pop artist born Ashley Nicolette Frangipane, is often perceived as white due to her appearance. However, Her father, Christopher Frangipane, is African-American, making her biracial. Halsey has always been vocal about her identity, proudly celebrating her Black heritage. Growing up biracial, she faced challenges navigating her cultural influences, often feeling torn between loving TLC and Britney Spears. She acknowledges the complexity of her experience, stating that while she may look like a white woman outwardly, she deeply identifies with her Black roots. Halsey is committed to celebrating her heritage authentically, ensuring people understand her pride in her lineage, rather than making assumptions based on appearances. Her music and activism often reflect her multifaceted identity. Next on the list is Jennifer Beals, best known for her iconic role as Alexandra Owens in the 1983 classic Flashdance. Jennifer's diverse background stems from her Irish-American mother, Jean, and African-American father, Alfred. Growing up biracial, she often felt like an outsider, grappling with a sense of belonging. The success of Flashdance catapulted her career, leading to roles in various films and TV series, including the groundbreaking show The L Word. For her role as Bette Porter, Beals requested her character be written as biracial to reflect her real-life identity. This move showcased her commitment to authenticity and representation. Jennifer has since embraced her heritage fully, understanding how integral it is to her identity. Beyond acting, she's a passionate advocate for diversity in Hollywood, LGBTQ rights, and women's empowerment, using her platform to drive meaningful social change. Both Halsey and Jennifer Beals exemplify the beauty of embracing one's heritage and leveraging their influence to inspire others. We can conclude that Slash's mixed-race background significantly shaped his artistry and identity, giving him a unique perspective in the music world. Born Saul Hudson, the legendary guitarist of Guns N' Roses, achieved fame with his exceptional skills and cemented his status as one of the greatest guitarists of all time, even earning a spot on Rolling Stone magazine's list of the top 100 guitarists. His heritage is just as compelling as his music. With a Black American mother, Ola J. Hudson, an acclaimed artist and costume designer, and a white British father, Slash embodies a rich cultural blend. He has openly embraced his Black heritage and British roots, recognizing the influence both have had on his creativity and identity. His comment about being both British and Black humorously highlighted the contrasts he sees in the music industry, where American musicians often aspire to British sensibilities, and British musicians seek to connect with Black culture. Slash's ability to celebrate his dual heritage while dominating the world of rock is as inspiring as his groundbreaking guitar riffs. His story reminds us of the power of embracing one's roots and how diversity enriches creativity. Which of these celebrity stories surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating content.